At sunrise, your neighborhood may receive a message you completely misunderstand. The street is quiet. Houses are still dark. Trees barely move in the early morning air. Then suddenly, from somewhere above your window, a rapid metallic tapping erupts. Fast. Sharp. Repeating. Almost like a machine gun on your gutter. Inside the bedroom, someone wakes up confused, annoyed, and maybe a little worried. Most people hear that sound and think the same thing. A woodpecker is destroying the house. But the truth may be very different. The bird clinging to your gutter may not be searching for insects at all. It may be broadcasting, amplifying, speaking in percussion. Your house has become part of nature's sound system. This is nature's Morse code. Woodpecker drumming is one of the forest's most recognizable sounds. But the first thing to understand is this. Drumming is not the same as feeding. When a woodpecker is foraging, the tapping is usually slower, more targeted, and focused on the wood. It probes cracks. It listens. It searches for insects under bark or inside tunnels. The rhythm is uneven because the bird is investigating. But drumming is different. Drumming is fast, rhythmic, repeated in bursts. The bird strikes a surface, pauses, listens, then drums again. One sound looks for food. The other sends a message. To human ears, both may sound like tapping. To another woodpecker, the difference can be obvious. A drum roll can say, "I am here. This place matters. Listen closely." And sometimes, somewhere nearby, another bird may be hearing it clearly. The first misunderstanding is simple. Drumming is often communication. In the wild, a woodpecker may choose a hollow dead branch, a snug, or a resonant tree trunk. A hollow tree can turn a small bird into a loud instrument. The sound vibrates through the wood and travels across trunks, leaves, and distance. Resonance makes the message bigger than the bird itself. During breeding season, drumming can claim territory. A male woodpecker may climb high on a dead tree and deliver a rapid burst of sound. To rivals, that rhythm may mean, "This space is occupied." Invisible borders are drawn through the forest. A drum roll becomes a territorial signature written in sound. If another woodpecker answers from a nearby tree, the forest becomes a conversation of wooden thunder. One bird drums. Another answers. The first drums again. The message can escalate when rivals refuse to leave. Meaning one. This is my territory. But territory is only one part of the code. Drumming can also advertise strength to a possible mate. A strong drum says the bird is present, active, coordinated, and capable. Producing that rhythm requires precision. The feet grip tightly. The stiff tail braces against the trunk. The head moves in controlled bursts. The bird does not slip. It does not lose balance. It turns its body into an instrument. This is not random hammering. It is a performance. In courtship, sound can help two birds find and assess each other. A drum roll becomes an invitation across bark and air. I am here. I am strong. I am worth noticing. If another bird shifts closer, listens, or answers, the message worked. Meaning 2. Attraction. Then humans accidentally build the perfect instruments. A metalgute. A chimney cap. Avant. Flashing. A downspout. Metal does not hide insects, but it rings beautifully. To a woodpecker, your gutter might be better than a hollow tree. It is hard, resonant, elevated, attached to a large structure that carries vibration across rooftops and walls. A resonant surface turns tapping into a neighborhood announcement. That is why the sound feels unbelievably loud indoors. The vibration enters your home before you understand the message. The bird is not attacking your house out of spite. It may be using your house as a broadcast tower. The louder the surface, the farther the message may travel. Your house can become the amplifier for its territorial song. Meaning 3. I found the loudest stage in the territory. That is why a woodpecker may test different surfaces. A dead limb. A metal vent. A gouda. A chimney cap. Wood gives one voice. Metal gives another. If a surface is less resonant, the bird may abandon it quickly. If the gutter rings across the neighborhood, the loud surface wins because the message travels better. It is not just choosing a place. It is choosing an instrument. Different woodpecker species can also have different drum patterns. A small woodpecker may produce a fast, delicate roll. A larger woodpecker may sound slower, deeper, and more powerful. Pattern, speed, length, and spacing all help shape identity. Even the silence between drum rolls can be part of the pattern. To experienced listeners, the drummer may be recognizable before it is even seen. Meaning 4. This is who is sending the signal. Dawn is prime time for many territorial messages. In spring, the urgency increases. Territory and mate attraction become more important. Arrival near the boundary can trigger more frequent drumming. A possible mate nearby can make the display more intense. Spring is signal season. And unfortunately for humans, the best amplifier may be attached to your bedroom. That is why many people ask how to stop it before they ask what it means. But decoding the behavior matters. Because not all tapping means the same thing. Drumming usually comes in repeated, structured rolls. Foraging taps are more irregular and exploratory. Excavation is different again. It continues longer. It is more focused. It changes the wood itself. Chips fall. Holes appear. The bird may be making a cavity, expanding a nesting site, or investigating a deeper problem. 3 sounds. 3 purposes. 1 easily misunderstood bird. Do not confuse the taps. The rhythm tells the story. If there is loud rhythm on metal with no debris below, it may be signaling. If there are repeated holes in wooden siding, probing marks, or chips on the ground, something else may be happening. That situation needs a different response than simple drumming. Decode before reacting. Look at the surface. Listen to the pattern. Check for debris. Watch the context. Is it early spring? Is the bird using metal? Does it drum in bursts and then pause? Does it move away without digging? Or is it staying in one place for a long time, removing material and creating damage? The answer changes what you should do next. If drumming on your house becomes a problem, reduce the surface's attraction humanely. Visual deterrents, reflective streamers, safe barriers, or temporary coverings can make a chosen drum site less appealing. The goal is not to hurt the bird. The goal is to change the instrument. Respect the message, but protect the house. You can also give woodpeckers better options. Native trees, snags, safe dead branches, suet feeders placed away from siding, and bird-friendly habitat can redirect activity back into the yard. Dead wood is not messy waste. If it is safe to leave, it can be woodpecker habitat. A dead snag can become a natural drum tower. A bird-friendly yard gives woodpeckers better options than your house. The ideal solution respects the bird and protects the building. Now listen again, with a different ear. The first layer says, "I am here." The second layer says, "This space is occupied." The third layer says, "Notice my strength." The fourth layer says, "Answer if you are nearby." And sometimes, the forest does answer. Another woodpecker drums from a distant tree. The conversation can become a territorial negotiation. Sound combines with posture, position, movement, and timing. If the signal works, a fight may never happen. That matters, because fighting is costly. A loud drum may prevent a physical battle. Sometimes the drum is loud because fighting is dangerous. Sound replaces conflict. Around nesting sites, tapping and drumming may also carry local meaning. Pair communication can be quieter and more subtle. Two birds near a cavity may exchange calls, thups, and movements that help them coordinate. But nests should never be disturbed, just to investigate the sound. The safest decoding happens from respectful distance. Listen to the message without invading the bird's private space. So what is a woodpecker's drumming actually telling you? It may be claiming territory. It may be attracting a mate. It may reveal species identity through pattern. It may challenge or answer a rival. It may be exploiting the loudest surface available. Together, these make drumming a non-vocal communication system. Once you understand it, the noise becomes a message. Even the annoying gutter drum begins to sound different. It is still loud. But now you know why loud matters. The bird is shouting across a world full of competing signals. Traffic, wind, other birds, neighborhood noise. In noisy spaces, amplification becomes even more valuable. If your house carries sound better than a nearby branch, the bird may choose it again and again. A humane deterrent changes the instrument without harming the musician. Give it a better stage, and the conflict may soften. A healthy yard includes food, cover, nesting material, and communication space. The more useful the landscape becomes, the less useful your siding may be. The code continues. But now it belongs back to the trees. Nature's Morse code was never random hammering. It was rhythm, identity, territory, desire, a claim to presence. The bird was not trying to annoy you. It was trying to be heard. Your job is to understand the difference between message and damage. No holes on a gutter. No chips. Just vibration. That may be noisy but harmless signaling. Holes in wooden siding. Wood chips below. Repeated probing. That may require closer attention and humane prevention. Knowing the difference helps you respond wisely. In the end, the drum is a claim to presence. I am here. I belong. Listen. One sound can carry different meanings to different listeners. A rival hears a boundary. A possible mate hears strength. A human hears inconvenience. But meaning depends on who is listening. The pause after the drum may be where the bird waits for the world to answer. Sometimes the answer is another drum. Sometimes the answer is silence. Then the bird adjusts and sends the message again. Every resonant surface becomes a possible instrument. Thin metal rings. Hollow wood booms. Solid boxes. The bird is not random. It is selecting acoustic power. Acoustic power lets a small bird sound larger than life. In a neighborhood, that message may cross fences, roofs, trees, and yards. Another woodpecker may hear it more clearly than you do. You may be standing inside a conversation. You are hearing a territory map written in rhythm. So the next time a woodpecker drums on your gutter at sunrise, pause before reacting. Listen to the rhythm. Count the bursts. Notice the pauses. Check the surface. Look for debris. Ask whether it is signaling, foraging, or excavating. Then respond with patience, not panic. Decode. Redirect. Respect. Some birds sing with voices. Woodpeckers often sing with surfaces. A drum can be a song without a voice. The body is small, but the message becomes huge. Nature is full of messages that do not sound like words. Beak on wood. Rhythm in air. Meaning in the pause. Protect your house, but leave room for the language. Because the drummer was never only making noise. It was saying, I am here. I belong. Listen.